Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I know I've been gone a little while, but I got hit with the worst cold/allergy attack that I can ever remember having. I was pretty much sick for over a week. I don't remember a whole lot of what happened last week. This week I was pretty sick. I was still sick going to work up until Wednesday, and then finally Thursday and Friday I felt pretty normal. I think Friday was the first day I felt like almost normal. So today I'm feeling pretty good. So it's just one of those things. So I have I don't know how many videos I need to do or to film this weekend, which of course I'm busy today, so I'm only gonna get to do one, but I figure tomorrow might be like a whole binge of videos that I'll release in the next week. But I have all these ideas and things I need to do, and it's just I have not had time. So anyway, so I decided to do my April book haul. I actually did fairly well for myself this month. I didn't actually count them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, I did get 13. And I've only read a few books this month because I was so sick. And what I chose as books. So, yeah, I still exponentially I am gaining more books, but I think it was earlier this month that I took books back to my used bookstore, and I did get rid of a lot of books. I do have $38 in credit at my local used bookstore, which I'm not using yet because my birthday is next month and I want to save that for my birthday money. Like, that's what I'm going to spend so I don't spend more because it's my birthday, because I give that, everybody does that, where you're like, it doesn't matter, it's my birthday, I get to buy what I want. So I'm saving my last of my gift cards from Christmas and the last one, and then this used book I sold back. So, and I also know that May is kind of the rash of the library book sales. So anyway, so I'm gonna get into this. Sorry, I'm kind of out of practice out of this, and first I'm gonna start with the books that I bought new. So the first ones, sorry, they're just slightly out of reach here, is a couple this isn't gonna work. They're really far out of reach. I'm not gonna make it. Anyway, so the first ones I'm gonna do are the ones that I bought at through Amazon. So one of them was a pre-order. It's Jennifer Ashley's Midnight Wolf. This is the I don't even know what number we're on. Actually, this is one of those series that I keep buying the books and I'm behind. Yeah, I don't know exactly what number. We're probably up into 10, 11, 12. Or I'm not even sure. But I read most of them. I'm behind like 2 books. So now I'm behind 3. So this is probably something this summer I'm going to try to catch up on. But I really like these. They're like shifter, paranormal romances. They're just fun. And I usually like the way she does her couples, like the interactions. And then there's always, something mystery in the background, which is always fun. So I always like those. Anyway, so I'm a little behind on those. Another series that I'm behind on is the Event Group Thriller series by David L. Goleman. I think is how I said. I've never actually heard his name said. This is The Traveler, which is one I somehow missed when it came out in paperback last year, or year before last. Somehow. So anyway, I'm behind on this series too. They're right over here. I've read most of them. I'm behind like this book and 2 before this, I think. So, and I think this is, so I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's like 10 or 11, and there's another one coming out that I have pre-ordered. So now I another one I have to catch up on. I just haven't done that yet. So I have a lot of series to catch up on. Did I mention I have a problem with series? I love them, but I need to read them. And speaking of series, I just bought the first book. What is the series name of this? Actually, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it is. I think it's Sins de Jour or something like that. Anyway, this is Envy of Angels by Matt Wallace. All I know about this is I heard that they were funny, and I think they were funny. Anyway, it has to do with, I think, a catering service for the supernatural in some way. Anyway, it sounded really good, and I guess the series just ended, so this is nice that I have an endpoint to move to, but it was on sale one day, and so I picked it up from Amazon. And then, oh, hold on. Sorry, 2 more from Amazon. So I picked up this one. I paid way too much for this, but I have totally fallen in love with this nonfiction author. Svetlana Alexievich. This is The Unwomanly Face of War, the Oral History of Women in World War II. So I loved her Chernobyl Prayer. That book blew me away in January. I picked up her other book about about the end of the Cold War, or the end of the Soviet Union, I meant. And I do want to read that. I don't remember the name of it, but I do have that to read. I'm going to read that pretty soon. I've been thinking about picking that up. Let's see here. Secondhand Time. So anyway, so then I found out that this book was coming out, and I pre-ordered it. I probably shouldn't have. I paid full price for it, but oh well. I know my dad will probably read it after I will, so at least there'll be life for that. It's like, but anyway, I really enjoyed her last book. I don't know. I'm hoping this is in the same format. It looks like it's the same interview format that she does, which I really like, where it's really just the person she's talking to, just it's their oral, they're talking about it, and it's just their dialogue of what they think. And it's just as I said, I loved Chernobyl Prayer, and because how powerful it was to hear from those people. So I'm looking forward to her other two books. So now that I have those. And then the last one I got from Amazon was actually Amazon Marketplace. I got The Heart by Melis de Carregal. I don't know. Actually, I didn't look up the name. Sorry, guys. I think this follows. It's like I think it was following like what happens when somebody dies, and then they it was translated from the French by Sam Taylor. I actually didn't know that. So this one this was also translated, sorry guys, by Richard Pavir and Larissa Volokonsky. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get better about the translators, guys. So I can't remember. This is I think it says novel. It's following what happens when somebody dies and their heart is up for transplant to somebody else, and it just sounded really interesting. I mean, I remember hearing about it a little while ago. Can't remember where, but when I saw it for pretty cheap on Amazon Marketplace, I picked it up because it was on my wish list and it dropped in price, and I went to check why, and that was why. So anyway, the next book I bought new at my at Powell's, again my local bookstore. We Are Legend, We Are Bob by Dennis E. Taylor. This happens to be our May science fiction group, our book club there at Powell's. It's our pick of the month for May, so I'm going to read this pretty soon. I also have seen this on other people's channels saying it's really good, this series, so I've been looking forward to picking this up. So anyway, it's a science fiction. I think the guy dies and then he's saved somehow. For a century later he wakes up, and I'm actually not too sure beyond that. I just know it's science fiction. It's supposed to be fun. I don't know. That's what happens in those book clubs. You just vote and say, yeah, that sounds good. We'll do that. And then I have a couple books that I bought from Book Depository. I've been really trying to stop myself from buying them, but I decided to buy the last of the ones of the series that I was already collecting from them, that I go, okay, now I'm done. I don't have to buy anything from there for a while because I'm trying to cut back, since I know May is going to be insane because of the book library book sales. So I thought, well, I better back off. But these three were the last ones on the list that I wanted the editions from the UK because I had them. So the first one is with the last Mary Stuart that I picked up, and that is Thornyhold. I did not pick this up at the beginning when I made my purchase, when I did all the other ones, because I didn't remember liking it all that well. But I've seen so many people read it this month that enjoyed it, and I'd forgotten that there was kind of a magical element to it. So I decided to go ahead and get it to match the other editions on my shelf. And since I don't own my edition anymore that I had when I was a kid, I decided to just go ahead and do it. So that was another lovely splurge. And then I bought 2 China Melvilles to get all the, so technically I have like all his books now, except for October. I don't have that one yet. But of the ones in this edition, because I really enjoy these, so I have Un London as well as The Iron Council. So I can now like actually start reading all my China Melvilles, because I bought way too many of them. But now I have almost all of his books. and I'm a little behind. So, but I love these editions. They're really cool. And as I said, I have 3 other ones. So now these will match. And then I have everything of his, and I don't need to re-buy any of the ones that I already own in other editions. I'm not doing that. I'm only buying the ones that I already needed, and I really wanted the cool covers. I don't usually, as I said, there's only a couple. This is like the only one, plus the Mary Stuarts, that I bought because of what the covers are. Not usually, I mean, that's not usually the reason I buy those, but, you know, sometimes I do, I guess. It's just not always. And then we had a library book sale. As I said, I went to the first of 3 that are happening in the next few weeks. So, and as I said, May will be huge, and I'm sure I'm going to have multiple book hauls next month because it's my birthday, as well as the library book hauls, library book sales. I'm trying to be good. I actually did really good. I only picked up 5 books, and one of them I'm now regretting because I didn't realize it was a proof copy. So that one was The City of Mirrors, by Justin Cronin. I had bought a hardback copy of this, and I have paperbacks for the other 2. Again, this is a horror series, kind of vampire-ish, a post-apocalyptic kind of thing. And I really enjoyed the passage when I read it when it first came out. I actually read it when it first came out, and I've never returned to the series, and I've been meaning to, but I wanted to wait till I had all 3, and then I'll probably read those pretty soon. Unfortunately, this turns out this is a proof, you know, advanced proof copy. I did not see that when I was at the library sale, so I don't know. I have a hardback of it. I'm not sure which copy I'll read, and so it's kind of a few bucks I wasted. What a bummer. The other books that I got were a couple of literary fiction ones. One is Things Fall Apart by Chinua. I don't have a clue how to say it. Achebe? Anyway, I've only heard stuff about this, about a man, and I don't even actually remember. I just remember this comes up on a lot of lists when people are talking about people it's one of those classics that I probably should have read. It's not one that I ever had to study in school, so I kind of actually don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Anyway, if anybody does, I've heard about it, and I picked it up. It was really like it was like $2 or less than that. I think that was, yeah, that was $2. I also picked up The Known World by Edward P. Jones. I think I saw this on a couple people's channels. Again, it's won the Pulitzer Prize. It just sounded, again, it's about the, I think it was a, black farmer and former slave who falls under the tutelage of the most powerful man in one of Virginia's county. I don't know. You know, I buy these things when I hear about them, and then I run them on the list, and that was on the list. So if you guys have read that, let me know. And then I also bought Brooklyn by Colm Tobin. And again, I know there's like a movie out of this, and I've heard this guy's name on several books, but I thought I'd give this one a shot. It was also like $1, so I just gave it a shot. I don't know. I thought I liked this one because is an Irish immigrant falls in love, and then something happens. I don't know what happens in town. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, so, and then the very last book is, I did splurge a little bit, but it is a really expensive book, but it's by an author I really like, and it's The Familiar, Volume 1 by Daniel Z. Danielowski. I tried to read this when it first came out. I got it from the library, but it was like a 14-day hold, you know, or 14 days we could only have it for. And I did start it, but I didn't have time to finish it, and I just never got back to it. I don't remember how far the volumes go up. He's talking about doing 10 or 12 volumes. I don't know. They're huge. They're expensive, but it was, you know, it was a couple bucks, so I bought it. So we'll see how it goes. So anyway, that is it. For April, I thought I did pretty good. That's actually not too many books. As I said, still more than I wanted to do, but again, library book sales are starting. I have one next week and the week after as well, and my birthday. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, did you guys get any good books this month? Let me know. I'll talk to you later. Bye.